Distant Lands, we've finally made it. We've almost covered pretty much everything Adventure Time related. That isn't obviously I haven't covered everything Adventure Time related. There is video games. There's countless amounts of merchandise, and there's also the comics. Not to mention the season 11 comic. Yes, there is a season 11. Season 11, only in comic form, so it's only in comics. It's only in the comics, along with the regular show crossover, the amount of Fiona and Cake merchandise, Fiona and Cake stories, etc. There's loads of comics. Maybe I will do the comics at some point. Who knows? I might do season 11. Maybe. Maybe. But yeah, Distant Lands. So Distant Lands is the first of two Adventure Time spin-offs that we have gotten. The other one being the upcoming Fiona and Cake series. This one's obviously just been and gone. Aired throughout most of 2020 and 2021, aka two of the worst years that have ever fucking happened. Mind you, 2021 has just flown by. COVID, thank you very much. Omicron, thank you very much. Delta variants, thank you very much. All that shit, thank you very much. New decade, 2 years of the new decade already flown by. Potentially third year gonna be flying by. Anyway, Distant Lands. Distant Lands obviously aired on HBO Max. Produced by Cartoon Network Studios. Obviously 4 episodes, really fucking good. None of them managed to make it into the I didn't like category, which again there is only 4 episodes. The length of the episodes are 45 minutes long, bar the last episode which was 50 minutes long. And I felt like it really done well. You know, it developed the characters tremendously well. So, you know, the pre-existing ones that we all know and love, such as Finn, Jake, Marceline, Bubblegum, Peppermint Butler, the BMO, obviously BMO, and it introduced a lot of new characters as well as bring back a lot of the old ones, just to kind of make some nice references to the show. And there's a lot of references to the main series itself. You know, you've got Tree Trunks making an appearance, Mr. Pig making an appearance, Wyatt making an appearance, Choose Goose making quite a lot of appearances in this spin-off series. Abracadaniel, he makes an appearance. There's so many appearances from various characters to various references in the show. There's a load of references to episodes in the actual series itself. Starting with the very first episode, which was BMO, in which we learn that BMO is basically traveling the galaxy. He's literally traveling the galaxy, being amazingly adorable that he is, and being just amazing in general. You know, there's obviously references to his alter ego, football. There's references to Always Be More Lost. There's references to the more you know, the more you know. The more you know episode, in which we get to see the coloured BMOs, the rainbow BMOs come back. We also get introduced to a new character called Y5, who might have been her second appearance, potentially, if you do count that little reference, her species kind of getting shown up in the Fiona and Cake and Fiona episode from season 9 of Adventure Time. But they end up meeting up. BMO and Y5 form a connection. They were initially going to sell BMO off for parts because he's, you know, a robot, and why not? Let's just crack open BMO and sell all his stuff for parts. They end up also befriending this other droid called Olive. Well, BMO calls her Olive. who just transforms into various things. He or she is just a various um, shape-shifting alien droid hybrid of some sorts, and they have to go around saving this dying space station, which is being foiled by this evil villain called Hugo, who also has Mr. M working for him, which is a nice little reference. Could be Marty or Martin from season 6 of Adventure Time. You know, Finn's dad, his deadbeat dad. And I didn't really like a lot of things in this episode. The villain, you know, the plot itself, just kind of the Wi-Fi's parents, of course, is the stereotypical Adventure Time formula of just having deadbeat shit parents. You know, we've had this with Marceline, Finn, Bubblegum. Do we really need more? Come on, it's like, Jesus. Take a shot every time there's a deadbeat parent in Adventure Time, honestly. It's fucking ridiculous. But BMO, pretty good episode. I think this was a really good introduction to the Distant Lands series, and it also serves as a nice prequel for BMO, because it introduces it. Eventually BMO travels back to Ooo, and he meets a very young Finn and Jake, and you know, Finn's obviously being in his more childish wonder, obviously being a child, and Jake's in his emo phase. And it's pretty adorable, because even though Jake's still in his emo phase, he still very much cares for Finn, because they're having sword fights and stuff, and he's smiling. You know, it's pretty fucking adorable, and it's nice to see kind of an origin to how BMO got here. We obviously know how he was created through the Moore Corporation and all that from one of the episodes in the actual Adventure Time series, but this is a really good, fucking beautiful, heart-touching episode, really, and it was really funny as well. Go figure, because, you know, BMO was amazing throughout this entire fucking special. I mean, it's his standalone episode. This is probably one of his very best standalone episodes, up there with The Mo You Know, and the one where him and Ice King become a salesman in season 10. So yeah, really loved this episode, really did. Amazing episode. The next episode was Obsidian. This was by far one of the best episodes of the mini series. Of course, not the best in my opinion. I think there's another really good episode coming up, but this one was about Bubblegum and Marceline. They travel to the Glass Kingdom, which is under threat by a dragon called Molto Lava, which is a pun on molten lava. They are trapped in this, who is trapped in a furnace of the kingdom, and it's just amazing, because Marceline has to deal with her past conflicts, and it's really beautiful. We get to learn more about Marceline's mum, which was hinted at in the show itself. Her dying, Marceline finally reading the message years later, after her mum's died and after she's grown up, and you get to see young Marceline. You know, it's beautiful. You also get to see some absolutely amazing piece of imagery with Bubblegum and Marceline just being together as a couple. It's really fucking adorable and sweet and cute, and oh, it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful, this LGBTQ representation. Fucking love it. Fucking love that LGBTQ representation in cartoons. Fucking adore it. I think it's fucking adorable. I think it's really cute, really good. It introduced some new characters, such as the see-through princess, which I thought was pretty good. The dickhead bunch of the Glass Kingdom, which, you know, they're just dickheads, and Glass Boy. Oh, he's probably one of the worst characters in this entire series, because he's just the whole story. your crack doesn't define who you are. You know, your crack's just a crack. It's a nice crack. He's just an annoying character. Really, he's just really annoying, and him just really, we didn't need him. Although the songs throughout this entire special was fucking amazing. Woke Up, a fucking amazing jam of a song, and Monster, really good, heartfelt love letter to Bubblegum and Marceline. One was the breakup, and then the other was just a makeup song. It was really good. Marceline was really well developed in this series, in this spin-off. Bubblegum didn't get much, but again, there's the main series and the comics if you want Bubblegum to be expanded upon. But this was fucking amazing. Absolute fucking amazing episode. And it did nearly make me cry a little bit. It was that really fucking good. I fucking love that shit. I love it when I'm leaking tears. Just wait till the next episode though. Together again. My god. Jesus, that episode is so the episode obviously is about Finn and Jake. It's a very nostalgic episode. I mean, we begin with the fucking Adventure Time theme song. It's just, oh my god, it just hits of nostalgia. Just hits of nostalgia. We apparently learn, though, that Finn dies as an old man and arrives in the Dead Worlds. And as he attempts to reach the 50th, which is like the equivalent of heaven, and be reunited with Jake, who is apparently up there, Finn, his search is getting cut off by New Death, which is basically this ginormous snake guy who apparently killed Death. He killed his father, Death, and his mum's obviously Life, who's taken over the Dead Worlds in this like tyrannical dictatorship. Also, Tiffany's there. Tiffany ends up there, and his arc is complete now. He is now technically an adopted brother for Finn and Jake, because Jake's parents adopted him. Fucking hell. Oh, at least his arc's over. I fucking hated his character, but thank God he kind of redeemed himself in this episode a little bit for me. You also get to see more characters like Wyatt and Choose Goose make appearances here and there. In fact, Choose Goose made an appearance in Obsidian as well. Eventually we learn that Finn and Jake, they end up going to Life to get this thing that can stop New Death. Finn wants to be reincarnated into another life just to spend more time with Jake, but of course, and Finn mourning Jake's death is fucking powerful shit. I was fucking crying the entire fucking episode for just Finn and Jake. They're just an inseparable bond. It's like if Regular Show did a similar thing with Mordecai and Rigby, you'd fucking cry. Or if Gumball did it with Gumball and Darwin, it's just like, oh my god, it's fucking amazing. It's like I was fucking crying tears of joy at this episode. I absolutely adored it, you know. I adored it. Eventually Jake decides to follow Finn back into the real world just for fun, and they spend their lives together, which is fucking amazing. And even just the episode having the balls to the title card to say Finn and Jake are dead is just incredibly ballsy and incredibly like tear jerky as well. In fact, this whole episode is pretty much one massive tear jerk. It is fucking emotional. You will cry watching this episode. It's just beautiful, really beautiful. I mean, you see Finn and Jake throughout the entire series. They're just two bros, you know, like Mordecai and Rigby, like Gumball and Darwin. You know, they're just together as one. And the dying, oh my god, it's just whoa. Whoa, it hits. It really hits if you're a long time fan of the show. And also we get to see an appearance from Mr. Fox, who becomes Death, because he kills New Death, so he becomes New Death. Yes, Mr. Fox finally gets peace in himself and becomes Death, and he's more of a nice Death, you know, which is cool.